Good morning, everyone. This is Matt Tour with Insurance Agency Marketing. Thanks for joining us today. We are glad you could join us for this morning's sales opportunity webinar we're doing here with Dave Pemper. He's going to be discussing the Social Security claiming strategies. We'll be starting with Dave here in a little bit, so he'll be jumping on here shortly. I'm glad you could join us for a few minutes this morning to go over some great sales ideas from Dave and kind of go over some things that IAMS has to offer on the other side of the market. And I know we continue to offer our referred producer program, a great way for you to get incentives for referring producers to IAMS. I know you get a $50 bonus when they get contracted. You will also receive a 20 basis point override on all their business they write. So if you do end up having a referral that writes $1 million with IAMS over the next year, then you will get a total of $6,000 in cash sent to you. So it's a great way for you to build up your monies based on referrals. I know I have agents that call me every quarter looking for their check, and sometimes it's very substantial. They might get $1,000, $2,000 based on the referrals they've given IAMS. And it's a great way for you to build up a nice bank account and use that for marketing and use it for whatever expenses you want to do. So it's a great chance for you to make some additional money. So if you're thinking of an individual you'd like to refer to IAMS, be sure to give your marketer a call, and they'd be glad to get that referral taken care of. So great opportunities for you on your end. I know we also offer our new producer bonus, a great way for you to earn some additional incentives based on your production in the first 90 days of being contracted. We do have 3 different levels of production. You have a $100,000 level, a $300,000 level, and a $500,000 level. You can earn a cash bonus. You can earn a website subscription. You can receive a Ritz-Carlton travel package. We also have a couple different seminar coaching systems, one through Dave Pemper himself and also one through Matt Gill. We do have a $2,000 marketing reimbursement account you can have based on the $300,000 of annuity premium. So a lot of nice incentives there for your production early on with IAMS. And if you do refer producers on top of that, you can double down and earn cash on both sides. So great combination there. We do continue to offer our back office support. We do have a number of individuals in our office that will help you with your new business when it comes in. They help get it processed up front. They follow through when it's pending. They'll also make sure that you get paid in a timely manner. We also have, of course, case design assistance. We will go ahead and help you out with any quotations you may need. Maybe you're in a deal with a client who's looking for the best term insurance quote on a 30-year level term. We can go ahead and get that done for you, find the best rate for you. We also have, of course, annuity coach available in Dave Pemper. We also have paperless contracting available if you want to get signed up online with any of our companies. We do have basically one set of forms you'd have to fill out initially, and then you can get licensed up with any number of companies we offer through Insurance Agency Marketing, be it on the annuity side or the life insurance side. We can get you handled on both ends, so really does come in handy. And of course, we do have our website. You can get any information you want right off our website. We have forms you can download. You can do quotes on the website. You can look up current interest rates. You can get on to different company links where you can get in, maybe look up some tax information for a client. Maybe you're looking up for an AM Best report on a specific company. Maybe you want to look in and look at a Social Security question. A lot of different information you can pull up on our website. So really a nice combination there you can use on that. We also have our creative department, really good team of individuals that help you with your company logos. You can do business cards. You can do advertising. to help you out with handouts, newsletters, postcards, and they can do everything. They can help you out with radio advertising. Maybe you want to do a TV advertising spot. They can help you out on that end of it. We've got some great social media information. Of course, digital marketing via emails and everything else online. They can also help you develop your own personal website, so they can really guide you in different sides of the market, and that way you're able to maximize your return based on what you're looking for your business. So definitely a great opportunity to use our resources and increase your business at the same time. So definitely keep that handy on your end, and it's a great chance for you to work with some of our individuals in our office, develop a marketing game plan. Maybe you want to do a drip campaign where you're trying to keep in contact with your clients via email or via some other type of a program. Definitely give us a buzz on that. We've been glad to help you on that end. So definitely keep that handy on that side of it. We have our website, as I mentioned. It is a great tool to use for quoting. Maybe you want to do a life quote or annuity quote. We've got the industry links I mentioned. We have a lot of different annuity information on there. You can pick up current interest rates. You can do long-term care quoting. You can look at combination sales with long-term care and annuities, long-term care and life insurance. We've got different income calculators right there on that site. So definitely something to take a look at based on your needs. We also have a great software program available. It's called the Retirement Analyzer. I know Marcus in our office does a great job with this. You can plug in the client's information based on where they are today. You can take a look at what kind of savings they want to do between now and retirement to meet their financial goals down the road. It has a lot of different graphs it can kick out, pie charts, a lot of great information you can utilize based on this software. You can plug in different events that may happen down the road, maybe a premature death, maybe the individual wants to buy a car, maybe they want to look at tough economical times where the stock market drops 20-30%. You can plug all that information into the software, and it's going to show you exactly what the results are going to be based on those circumstances. So this is something you have interest in utilizing, definitely give Marcus a call. He'd be glad to go over this with you. It's a great, easy system to use, and really a nice program you can go over with your clients based on their needs. We also have our wealth management team up and running. I know Charles Hiring Jr. has done a great job on getting this going. It's a great way for you to expand on your business. Maybe you have not been involved in the security side of the market. By getting a Series 65, you're able to help agents on the security side, and also continue to help on the insurance side, and be able to cover all aspects of your client's needs. Great money management tools on the software with the IAMS Wealth Management side of the market. It's got some great tools you can use to show clients on, how their savings is going to multiply over the years, what kind of monies they're going to have down the road based on getting involved with the wealth management side, and a great combination with the insurance end. So definitely want to take a look at that. And if that's something you do have some interest in getting involved with, I'm going to go ahead and shoot a poll off real quick here. If you have interest in getting involved with the wealth management side of the market, just check off yes. I know we'll go over some information on taking your 65, other details on what we could do for you on this end of the market. If you want to have some help, maybe moving your block of business over to IAMS on the BD side. I know we have a great relationship right now with Carlton and Associates. Really great team on the broker-dealer end of the business, and they really good to work with because they do allow you to work on the insurance side and their side at the same time. A great combination there. So if that's something you have some interest in, mark off yes, and we'll go ahead and have you get in contact with Charles. Charles or Mike will be glad to give you a call in the next few days to go over that into the business and what we have to offer there in the state that you are located in. So a great combination there for you. So that's something you have some interest in. Just check off yes. Be glad to get that taken care of for you. I'm gonna leave this poll open for another 20 seconds. And if you have clients that are younger that obviously want to have their eggs spread across some different baskets, getting a Series 65 and doing a managed money account is a great opportunity. And also, of course, having their safe money in the annuity side of the market is also a great option. So definitely keep those handy. Go ahead and close that up here. We do have our trip. It's going to continue on through the qualification runs here through the end of the year. It's going to be to the Boulders in Arizona, a great location there in Scottsdale. The trip itself is going to be February the 25th to the 28th of 2018. It's got some great accommodations there. It's got a beautiful golf courses. It's got a nice tennis facility, great pools, and everything you ever want to have in the end of February will be there for your taking there at the Boulders. So I know I was voted the #1 resort in Arizona this last year. So great location to attend. So we do have a nice block of agents that have already qualified. And of course, you do have to the end of the year, through the end of December to qualify. So we'd love to see you get on board for that and be able to take care of business on that end. And hopefully we'll see you in the Boulders in February. I'm going to go ahead and get Dave on the phone here. Mr. Pemper, are you with us this morning?
Mr. Tour, yes I am. How are you doing?
Hey, doing great. I was going to go ahead and give you control based on your presentation this morning. I'm glad you could join us this morning, Dave. I know Dave's got some great information to go over. Dave's been in the business for over 30 years now, and you can tell by his gray hair he's starting to look more like me out there in the market space. So congratulations, Dave, and we look forward to your presentations here this morning.
Good. On my screen, I am not seeing the presentation, though, Pat.
Either am I.
Okay. Well, that's the reason why.
That is the reason why.
As you're working on that, I will just talk a little bit about what we're going to cover today. I appreciate everybody being on the webinar with us. My name is Dave Pemper. I'm a producer just like every single person on this webinar is, and I also coach. I sales train specifically for IAMS. This kind of goes way back for almost 30 years now. I've been in the business since 1981, but have really coached almost that entire time period. And it revolves around the sales process and in this case, working specifically around the seminar process. Now, I will say this, is that in today's day and time, and we just had an annuity academy that was held in Omaha, Nebraska at IAMS's home office in West Omaha just this last Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. About 40 producers across the U.S. came and participated, and we ranged from multi-million-dollar producers down to hundreds of $1,000s producers. But the one key thing that people are trying to find in today's day and age, they're trying to go in and find a lead generation system that is consistent, is effective, and produces results. And I will say right now, whatever your notion, whatever your predilection is of seminars and seminar marketing has been in the past, I hope you can kind of put that to the side a little bit, because what normally, there we go, Matt, and it is up on my screen now.
Yeah, we're good to go.
Okay, thank you very much, and I'll see if I can, if my clicker will work to the next one. What happens is that seminar marketing, can it be tricky? Absolutely. Can it be expensive? Absolutely. And it's only expensive. I heard Matt Gill say this, and I thought that this was great. He said it's only expensive if you don't have results. And isn't that the case? Is that when you do a seminar, like I got a seminar here in next Thursday and next Monday. So not in 3 days, but in basically a week and a half on Thursday, and then I've got another one the next Monday. And I think we've got 17 people lined up on the first one and 12 or 13 on the second one right now. And we still got basically 2 weeks almost on one and a week and a half on the other. So we're going to get 20 plus people probably both nights, and that's our goal. And what happens is that when you do a seminar, our entire goal is you're basically giving one presentation to a lot of prospects. Some of those are qualified, some of those are not qualified. But by mailing out to certain zip codes, certain ages, certain either net worth or income or investable assets, what happens is we're we're trying to filter down so we have the majority of the people there are qualified. Now, Social Security, when we talk about specifically Social Security seminars, what you'll see is that people are really interested about what's happening to Social Security. And many people are taking early. They're taking at the age of 62. Almost half of the people in the U.S., a third to a half, take it as early as they can because the mood is it probably is not going to be there later on for us, or the benefits are going to be cut later on for us. We might as well be getting it while the getting is hot. And it's a mistake. It's a big, big mistake. But people who come to a workshop like this are usually, not always, but usually a little higher educational in their nature, meaning they probably got college or college graduate, probably have a little more income and net worth. They have a little bit more knowledge about the system of retirement planning. They may know nothing about Social Security planning, but they know that there's a chance they may want to delay. If they want to delay, they're either got wages or salary coming in, they got pensions coming in, or they've got investable asset income stream coming in. And that's, of course, great for us as the advisor because we cannot help them just with Social Security, but we can also help them with the streams of income and maybe alternative streams of income, i.e. fixed index annuities, income riders, single premium life, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So what we're going to do today, if you've got questions, bring them on up. Certainly type those on in. We got a lot of people on the line, so I'm going to kind of go through this in the next half an hour, and then Matt will put up a poll that will go and ask if you'd like to have a free, and there's no strings attached to it, consultation for 25 minutes, and we specifically talk about what you're doing now with your marketing needs, maybe how Social Security seminars could possibly, or another marketing program could possibly fit into getting in front of more qualified prospects in your office. Okay? So we'll see if we can go in and jump this to the next slide. I don't know why I'm kind of locked out of here, Matt.
I'll go ahead and forward them for you, Dave.
I'm sorry about that. You bet. For some reason, I don't have the controls. Okay, so who do we mail to? Ages 58 to 67. If you work like I do, the pre-retired and retired crowd, perfect. 58 to 67. This is the kind of the kids are out of the household. People are thinking about retiring or just retiring. There's a lot of 401k IRA rollover money that's in play right now. People who come to a workshop like this, they're asking themselves these questions. They don't know when I should apply for the benefits. What's the best age to apply? If I'm married, how do I coordinate that? I heard there's coordination benefits with spouse, and there are. They've been diminished some from the Bipartisan Budget Act of 2015, but they still are there. What are my costs if I take the benefits early? Because it does cost to take early. If I delay, how much more will I earn? You don't get the money as fast, but I am going to earn more for the rest of my life. And there's a break-even point there for yourself. Survivor benefits, divorce benefits, in the new Social Security laws called the Bipartisan Budget Act of 2015. I think the main question people have is simply, is it going to be there? I mean, I read a really good article this morning that I thought really did a good job, and it said So this, and I printed this out this morning. It says, where is Social Security headed? And here is the first paragraph. For good reason, many retirees and pre-retirees are worried their Social Security benefits will be cut. Nearly 2/3 of American seniors rely on the program as their primary source of income. According to the Social Security Administration, 10,000 more boomers are retiring every day. It says the fear that benefits will be cut leads many seniors to collect early, forfeiting significant chunks of their checks for life. Huh? Interesting, isn't it? I just copied that off today. So is it going to be there? And I'm going to say right now that it will be there. This is an old program, 70-plus-year-old program, and and I'll assure you that it's not going away. We're seeing many more articles like this. This happened to come from Kiplinger's. They talked about popular Social Security strategies, NICS. They talked about file and suspend and restricted. File and suspend was phased out over 6 months, but restricted application is phased out over 8 years. So if you were 62 by 1/1 of 2016, January 1st of 2016, then you can still use the restricted application. We go to the next slide. Now, seminars with how to maximize or optimize Social Security. Why Social Security seminars? I want to first say they're timely. The people right now, they have more interest and less knowledge about this subject than basically any other subject. At the Annuity Academy that I was just helped with IAMS, what happens is that I read this to them. I thought it was interesting. This came from the Wall Street Journal, and it was a question and answer. It says where to get clear answers about Social Security, and it says please recommend a resource that clearly and plainly explains the various options for Social Security benefits. I turned 62 in October. And then the person replying, the person who writes the article says, we receive more questions about Social Security than almost any other topic. And I said it makes sense to me that people first are taking the time to make sense of an all too complicated program, and second are recognizing how large a part these benefits will play in their lives. Isn't that great? We receive more questions about Social Security than almost any other topic. Well, what a great topic to have a seminar on.
Definitely.
Yeah, you bet. And Matt, you know what? In the annuity, because you guys are, IAMS is an FMO.
Right.
You guys are not, I know you call me quite often. I answer the questions on Social Security. You may know some basic things, but you know what? Social Security for the majority of upper middle, unless you're just wealthy, rich, and most people don't work with just the wealthy or just the rich, but there's a lot of questions that come up, isn't there, Matt?
There is lots of questions every day on the effects of Social Security, what's going to happen down the road, how can we supplement those incomes, and the annuities is a great option to go with based on supplemental income, based on those needs.
Yeah, you bet. So when you're talking about seminars, are there other seminars that can be successful? Absolutely. I have a 401k IRA rollover seminar that we're doing quite well also. I go back and forth. But I think Social Security, I think that there's more concern and there's more doubt and there's more of a gray mass area when it comes to Social Security than almost any other real important financial decision that they're going to make. And remember, 94% of the people in the U.S. will claim Social Security.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're going in with, say, an annuity or a mutual fund or a non-traded REIT or a commodity or a CD, that's only for very specific types of people. Social Security, no. It's basically well over 90%. And the ones who come to a Social Security seminar, it's not the ones taking it at 62. They don't need help. We're taking it at 62.
Mm-hmm.
If the ones are thinking, hey, you know what, maybe we'll delay, and the only way you can delay is if you got either big assets or big income, otherwise you need the income. So it really is a little bit self-filtering itself, the list is. Now, I will say this, which is interesting. I've done probably 50 or 60 Social Security seminars. I've never had a meal at one of them, ever. And I thought I would try and see what the difference will be for attendance. And that's what I do. I've been pretty successful with seminars, over 460 seminars I've given since the mid-'80s. But we're doing our very first meal seminar, but I would recommend to you, don't do a meal. Go in, do it at a library, do it at say, an educational setting like a community college or a college, because those are more educational in nature. We, in a dinner seminar, we give out name tags. We have seating at a 4-top table. It's I handshake and warm the crowd up. I don't do any of that with my Social Security workshops at the libraries or schools. I basically am acting like a professor, coming on in. There's a pretty high rate of appointment setting, because the hook on this is that they get a free, customized, personalized report for themselves. They bring in what their primary insurance is amount at their full retirement age, and they can get that online. We give them all that information to get online if they don't have that. But a lot of appointments, and there is a transitioning problem for some, and I actually had that in the very beginning because I was doing it on my own, but I did figure it out. But how do you transition from Social Security to actually finding the asset that you're going to propose on? And we've got I write it all out and get that information to you. So good information. If you have any questions at all, just go ahead and certainly type those on in, and I'll go to the next slide when we can, Matt.
You got it.
So will it be there for me? Yeah, it's going to be there for you. $2.9 trillion in the trust fund, even though we have taken from that trust fund. There's still government issued, special issue bonds, government bonds, but a lot of it is IOUs, no different than what backs the American dollar. Or backs a bond. There's no hard asset. There's no silver. There's no gold. There's IOUs from the government. But you can, if we wouldn't make a change right now, the program's going to last to 2034. And then they always talk about the Social Security will be bankrupt. And well, what's bankrupt? The trust fund is bankrupt. Well, the trust fund goes bankrupt now. We don't have any trust fund, but it's still a pay-as-you-go system. There's still 2.8 people working for every retired. Yeah. So basically, 77% of the 77% of the income stream would be coming on in, meaning for every $1,000 you'd have with no money in the trust fund, bankrupt trust fund, it's a pay-as-you-go system because workers are paying for the retirees. Yeah. So there's still 77 cents on the dollar coming on in. FRA, full retirement age, if you're born from 43 to 54, your full retirement age is 66. If you're born in 55 like I am, so that's from January 2nd to January 31st, or December 31st, last day of the year, you had 2 months. If you're born in 56, you had 4 months. 57, 6 months, 8 months, 10 months, all the way up to 1960 or later, it's 67. Everybody has a full retirement age that are coming into workshops like this of 66 to 67. Half of the people will have it at 66, and then the next half will have somewhere between 66 and 67. Perfect timing. Those are the folks that have the money to invest. Now, if you take early, you get the benefit early, but it's reduced. It's reduced. How much is it reduced? Well, it's about approximately 6% a year. So from 62 to 66, those 4 years time period, actually it's exactly 25%. So you reduce, if you had a $2,000 benefit at full retirement age and you take it 62, your benefit's going to be $1,500 for life. What's the break even on a single person? 79, I would say. If you live less than 79, government wins. If you live longer than 79, you win. My dad died at 82. My mom is 94 this month. She's breaking the bank for the U.S. government on Social Security because she's outlived her age. And so what happens is that there's also, widowed benefits, which are survivor benefits. There's also divorce benefits, spousal benefits. All of those can change, which can lessen. It might be 74 or 75 is your actual break even with those kind of benefits. Now, we go to the next slide. If we wait longer than 66 or full retirement age, what happens? We make more money. We make a guaranteed 8%. Remember, cost of living is on top of every single benefit. Every single, whether it's individual, whether it's spouse, whether it's disability, it's always one of the great things about Social Security. I mean, where could you find a government guaranteed lifetime annuity that has COLAs, yearly COLAs, divorce benefits, survivor benefits, spousal benefits, disability benefits? Can't find an annuity like that. There's some good annuities, commercial annuities out there, but nothing like this from the United States government called Social Security. And sometimes you'll hear the payment called Social Security annuity payments, because that's really what it is. 8% a year. This year, it looks like because September to September is the fiscal year of the United States budget, and then it pays out on January 1, the increase, or if there is no increase. But what happens is supposed to be about 2.2% this year. So you got 10% increase. So if you got a pretty healthy benefit, say $2,500, it's going to go up $250 if you wait 1 year. If you wait 2 years, $500. Wait 3 years, $750. Wait 4 years, $1,000. Where can you get a $1,000 pension in 4 years? You can't. There's no way you can. But with Social Security, you can. Now, do I recommend that everybody goes in and delays their benefit? Of course not. There's great reasons why to take your benefit early. Let's go to the next slide, Matt, and then we'll talk about some of this. Now, I will ask you, if you're looking at just basic Social Security, there's 3 dates or ages that are important. The first date that you can take Social Security is the age 62 at a 25% discount. There's the last date that if you don't take by now, you just lose that benefit that you don't take, 70. And there's a benefit in the middle called full retirement age. It's your primary insurance amount. That's at the amount at full retirement age. Yeah. Those are the 3. Or normal retirement age. Those are the 3 dates or ages that are important. So let's talk real quick just about spousal benefits. So those are actual slides that we have during the workshop itself. And I will say this, is that when people come to a workshop, the big thing is that they're coming for a specific reason. And the reason that they're coming is to get information. They're getting educated. And what are they getting educated on? Not just Social Security claiming, but they want to know how it can be incorporated into other income streams that they have. Now, they may not know that, but what happens is that that's really what they're asking behind the scenes, and we're going to be nice enough to give that to them. So I call it the 5 pillars of income, which we'll talk about here in 4 or 5 more slides. But there's wages, pensions, investable assets, RMDs, required minimum distributions, and Social Security. Social Security is not a standalone income stream. It's how it incorporates into the other income streams. It's extremely important because I always say that Social Security claiming is the worst water cooler fodder there possibly is. Can you imagine this? Hey, I took Social Security at 62 and you should too. That's like saying, hey, I love the color violet. That's my favorite color, and that should be your favorite color too. Well, sorry, but it's not as blue. There's a difference in night and day. So what happens is that...
Hey, Dave.
Yeah.
I had a question come up. What percentage of people actually take Social Security at age 62?
43%.
43%.
Yeah.
Okay.
And let's just delve into that a little bit, Matt. So, Matt, what do you think? What are 3 good reasons to take Social Security at 62? There's 3 good reasons and 1 horrible reason. What's a good reason? What's the main reason?
If they're unemployed.
People take it at 62. Yeah, they need the money.
Right.
Absolutely, they need the money. I don't blame them. They need the money, and it's a guaranteed income source. They put into it. It's their money. What would be a second reason that they would take?
If they're in bad health.
Yeah, they're in bad health. You know, they've had triple bypass surgery and they're on oxygen. You know what?
Right.
I would take it as early as I could too. And the other reason is a little tougher, but they're in really good health, but their entire family has bad DNA.
Mm-hmm.
Brother died of lung cancer at 71. Uncle died of lung cancer at 67. Dad died of lung cancer at 62. Yeah. And so those are reasons to take it. The main reason not to take it is ignorance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Very true.
Yeah, you know what? I'm 62. I might as well take it. or you know, I mean that a lot of people do that because they're afraid it won't be there. So
right.
Yeah, good point. Yeah, good point.
Good.
So spousal benefits, real simple. Spousal benefits. Here's how spousal benefit works. Let's say John's primary insurance amount, that's at age 66, and this hypothetical situation is 2,000. Jane's primary insurance amount is 800. John's is 2,000. Jane's is 800. So as long as John takes his 2,000, Jane has an option to take all of her 800 or half of John's, which is 1,000, whichever is higher. So she goes in, and she would take 1,000. It's $200 higher. So she can take all of hers or half of his. Now, John has to go in and claim. If John doesn't claim, then she doesn't have an option, and she has to just take hers until he claims. Okay? We'll go to the next slide. Divorced spouse. Just remember this. Here's the triple play in divorced spouse benefits. You're at least been married 10 years or longer, and then divorced after 10 years. The person receiving the divorced spouse benefits are not married, unmarried, and the ex is at least 62. If those things line up, you can use your divorced spouse, him for her and her for him, just as if they're still married. So in the few times that you can use each other's spousal benefit at the same time, your ex doesn't need to know a thing about it. You just have to have a Social Security number and a letter of decree. And what happens is that then you can go in and you can claim off of your ex just like you're married. Now,
I just shot a poll out there, Dave. If people would like
okay.
to get additional information on the Social Security claiming program we're going through today, just check off yes, and then we'll get in touch with you, and then probably get in touch next couple days. So if you do have interest in that, just check off yes. I'll leave this up for about another minute and a half. We'll be good to go. You can keep going, Dave.
Yeah, I'll say something about this real quick too. Is that I know that Social Security seminars or seminars in general is not for everyone, but probably what you didn't have was someone coaching you, someone hand-holding you. It's just like, you know what? Most people can put up remember that swing set or that child play center the day before Christmas, on Christmas Eve,
right.
And you're just, you may have a hot toddy in your hand, but you just can't believe you're up at 2:30 putting this thing together and you're trying to figure it out. But what happens if a guy had that was there, and he was a handyman, and he had put together 50 of those swing sets, 50 of those play centers. It'd go a lot smoother, wouldn't it?
Yes, it
It'd
would.
be a lot more enjoyable. The chance of success would be much higher, much quicker, much more efficient. That's what I do. I'm not patting myself on the chest. I'm just saying that's an expertise that I have. I've given 461 workshops. The next 2 weeks I'll do 62 and 463. And there just aren't many people that have done workshops for 30 years. And I basically never took interruptions. I mean, I've been doing 18 to 20 seminars a year. They're like clockwork. Some are better, some are worse. But I know I can't do 3 seminar mailings without getting probably 3 or 4 pretty good sized deals, and then another 8 or 10 fair sized deals. It not counting anything with my book of business that I have.
Mm-hmm.
So what happens here is, if you've done seminars in the past and didn't have success, you should still mark yes for a consultation, because I think you'll hear some things that you didn't hear before. You'll see a system you haven't seen before. I say almost every FMO's got seminars, don't they, Matt?
They do. So a big
Almost
percentage
everyone.
out there.
Yeah, and I would say that a third of them have mentors. Do you know what mentors mean? Mentors mean that you can go in and ask them questions, but they're not coaching you word for word in the language, and they're not sitting down with you. I basically spend 4 to 5 hours with you on the phone through coaching over a 5. How many people do that, Matt?
Not many.
I know of one for
Right.
sure.
Dave Pemper.
That's IAMS. That's IAMS and Dave
That's
Pemper.
right.
That's right. And that's what makes it different. Is it a good system? We use a third-party system. We use Horse's Mouth. Now, I have changed some of the slides. Yes, I have. But it's a good system. And you know what, Matt? When we're done with this, can you put that same poll up again or not when we're done at the very end here or not? Can you do that?
Probably not. I don't think I can.
Okay.
I can only do it once.
Okay, that's right. Okay. So let's go over real quick. So divorce spouse benefits. Yeah, just remember that. Been married for 10 years or longer. Person receiving the divorce spouse benefits are unmarried. X is at least 62. Can use your X just as if you're married to them. They don't even have to know about it. Okay. Next slide.
All right.
Survivor benefit when someone dies. You know, that's one thing I can always say is I can guarantee you physically we're going to die. Physically we're going to die.
Mm-hmm.
Sometime. I mean, I'm 62 right now. My mom's 94. So, I mean, she's 32 years older than I am. And I know mom's going to pass when I'm going to pass. And what happens is, let's just take like my mom. My mom, she had a benefit of about $500 from Social Security. My dad had a benefit of about $1,500. So when my dad passed, my mom gave up her benefit and took my dad's benefit. And in this survivor benefit hypothetical, Joe's benefit is $2,000 at full retirement age, and Julie's is $1,200. So Joe dies. Julie says, "I don't want my $1,200 anymore. I'm going to jump up to Joe's $2,000." Now she loses her $1,200, so they don't have $2,000 and $1,200 coming anymore. They just have $2,000. But she jumps it up, and she has to notify and let Social Security know. If she doesn't, and Social Security hopes she doesn't notify. Why? Well, there's no bump up in benefits then.
Very true.
Okay, so coordinating spousal benefits. We'll go to the next slide here. There's a benefit of coordinating spousal benefits. And if we go to the next slide, I want to see whether the Bipartisan Budget Act. So there was something called file and suspend and restricted application are very similar. They're basically, you're using a spousal benefit and taking that spousal benefit, which is half of the full benefit for your spouse, taking it for yourself, and then basically letting yours still go in and defer the guaranteed 8%. Well, restricted application is used probably 80% of the time. File and suspend is only used when it was available only 20% of the time. But everyone had heard about file and suspend. It was a buzzword. Hardly anyone heard about restricted application.
Mm-hmm.
File and suspend was phased out, so that's unavailable right now. Unavailable. Restricted application. If you were 62 by January 1st of 2016, then you could restrict your application. So let's go to the next slide and talk about restricted application. Let's jump that slide. Okay.
Yep.
So here's what happens is, here's a hypothetical. Mike and Mary are both 66, so they're both full retirement age. Mike's primary insurance amount, his Social Security benefit amount at full retirement age 66 is $2,000. Mary's primary insurance amount, her amount at the age of 66 is $800. Now here's what happens is, remember we said Mary normally can take all of hers or half of Mike's as long as Mike files. But let's say Mike doesn't want to file. Mike wants to let his grow to 70, the guaranteed 8% in COLA all the way up. Well, Mary has to only take $800. She can't take half of his because he never filed. But with restricted application, here's what happens is, Mike files, and then he restricts his application. He automatically stops the benefit from coming in, and he restricts his application to half of his wife's $800 benefit, which is $400, while his benefit grows 8% up to the age of year of 70. If he wants to wait that long, he certainly doesn't have to. But the beautiful thing about this is there's a spousal benefit in play, and he's delaying his to get his 8% cost, or 8% delayed retirement credit on top of his benefit. Well, what's 8%, 8% and 2% inflation, 10%? 10% of 2,000 is $200. It grows 200 the first year, 200 the second, 200 the third, and 200 the fourth. It's simple compounding, once a year compounding, and the benefit stays the same for the 4 years of the increase. But it's a heck of a deal. A lot of money. Then when he turns his on at a higher benefit, Mary actually gets a top up of another $200, because she can take, what she does is then instead of at 66, she can't get half of the delayed retirement credits, but his at 66 is $2,000, half of that's $1,000. Once he starts taking his benefit, now Mary goes up to $1,000. Pretty big deal.
Yeah, not a bad deal at all.
Yeah. Now, if that sounds confusing to the people on this webinar, how darn confusing do you think it is for the average lay person out there that does not have a gift of financial awareness, does not have the gift that most of us do with mathematics? Yeah. That's why Social Security is it's a fabulous entry,
Mm-hmm.
into from seminar marketing. Okay, next slide.
All right.
I'll go through this pretty quick now. So, as we're taking a look at the next slide, remember that Social Security personnel, they can give you the best benefit right now, but at the Social Security office, which I call Baskin Robbins on steroids,
Mm-hmm.
take a ticket and just watch amazing people go past you. They cannot offer advice. In fact, if we go to the next slide, Matt, right here, number D, and here's what number D says: provide enough information so that claimants can make informed choices, but do not give advice. So Social Security Administration cannot give advice.
Right.
That's why it really opens up the door for us, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. Place for us to be.
All right, next slide. Remember I talked about the 5 pillars of income: work, pensions, RMDs, income-producing assets. It's how Social Security, don't look at Social Security as a standalone. It's how it integrates into those other asset streams or income streams. Next slide. We're just kind of rolling around here.
Yep, rolling through.
Now, yep. We use a third party with Horse's Mouth, 15-year-old company up from New York. I've been with them for 12 years now. I had Social Security right when it came out, so I didn't use it for 4 or 5 years until about 5 years ago. But they're very good. Elaine Floyd has a question and answer within 24 hours. I used it a lot in the beginning. I haven't of late, but of course I'm here to answer questions for you.
Mm-hmm.
I've changed some of this workshop itself to make it a little bit more client friendly, but it's a very good system. It has all of the calculations with color presentations for almost any kind of Social Security scenario. 300 pages, hard copy to read, which is very good. I also have 3 books. So if you think you're going to learn this just by a snap of the fingers, you're wrong. What happens here is that it takes some time to really go into the system and learn Social Security. So it probably takes maybe 4 or 5 hours a week of study time, maybe up to 10 hours a week of study time, at least for 4 weeks to get the full. So there is some work on your part. It isn't just coaching with Dave Pemper and you'll know everything about Social Security. You'll certainly know the ins and outs, and you can use me as a great resource. But you kind of have to pick yourself up by the bootstraps and do some of that learning and studying and education yourself, which I give the resources to you. I mean, available, and tell them like those 3 books, like $10 a piece on Amazon used. So very, very, very competitive. 461 seminars. It's a lot. It's a lot of public seminars since the mid '80s.
That is a bunch.
30 attachments I give you. Most of those are articles. So if we're talking about file and suspend, I give you an article on file and suspend. If we're talking about restricted application, I give you an article on restricted application. It's a turnkey system, A through Z. No meal served. We can do without a meal. Ongoing support for myself. You can call me anytime, email me anytime. I'll call you back, promised within 24 hours. Next slide.
Into that here.
And we're almost done here. I appreciate your patience. I always say procrastination is your sin. It brings you constant sorrow. You really shouldn't practice it. Perhaps I'll stop. Never comes, does it?
No,
I have a man cave. I have a man cave in my basement, and it says free beer tomorrow. I love that.
I like it.
Yeah.
That's
You're pretty
sure.
safe on that. Yeah, don't hesitate. Don't hesitate. Hope you marked yes. I don't know. Is there any questions at all, Matt, or questions that you have that I need to cover?
Oh, what percentage of people wait to age 70, Dave, to file?
Do you know, Matt?
I'd say 5%.
You're very right on the button. 4%. Yep, 4 or 5%.
Okay.
Yeah, just hardly anybody. I'm gonna wait. I'm waiting till 70.
Yeah, there's no.
Not
no
everybody can. I mean, but I'll still be working at 70, which helps me, of course,
right.
on purpose. And then I'll look at 70 of what I want to do.
Exactly.
I might retire at 70. I probably won't, though. But I don't want to retire when I'm just decrepit. But yeah, that's a lot of money. I mean, just my benefit alone, because I'm right towards the max, will get up there towards $4,000 by the age of 70. Well, that's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money.
Heck of a lot of money, yeah. If I take now at 66, it's like 2,600. So what happens is that it depends on the individual, but I will say most of the people coming to a workshop like this, once you go through just basic information, that's already above their head enough that they're going, man, he's the expert. He's the in-town expert. I better go in and talk to him. If we mail out 6,000 invites, we're going to get about maybe 40 people to the workshop. And of those 40 people, there's about 26 or 7 buying units. We hope we get appointments with half of them. That's 12, 13 appointments. And of those 12, 13 appointments, we hope half of those go to second appointments, and we hope half of those become clients. So we're writing from 1 to 3 pieces of business, hopefully from every mail out that we do for workshops. We do 2 seminars off of 1 mailing. But if I could bring in 250, 300,000 of investable assets, I'm pretty darn happy. I mean, if you bring in 300,000 at 6%, that's $18,000, and it's going to cost about $4,000 to put this on.
Right.
So that's more than 4 times your money. But I'm just looking to be consistent on my seminar marketing. Be consistent. I mean, it's just like raising children. You can't be spanking them one day and then hugging them the next day and spanking them one. I mean, they don't know what's going on. You got to be consistent, and I'd be consistently hugging.
I thought you'd be consistently
You know,
spanking them, Dave.
can't we do that? No, we don't do that anymore.
That's right.
My dad and your dad did that, but not now.
Not now. You get put in jail.
That's right. But being consistent. So I hope I can talk to you. My name is Dave Pitt with Lazarus Coaching. My coaching costs that I have, I make money strictly from coaching. I don't make money from at all from overrides. Mm-hmm. So if I'm coaching you, I get paid $750. It's $150 per session in IAMS. As long as you qualify, IAMS will cover $555 of the coaching. That leaves $195 that you pay out of your pocket. Pretty inexpensive for 5 coaching sessions of 45 minutes each, and being able to use me as a resource. So I'd love to hear from you. Yeah, hopefully you marked yes. Is there anything you'd like to say here at the end, Matt?
Yeah, I mean, I think Dave's got a great resource, and if you haven't done any seminars and would like to get involved in doing some, and that'd be something on your list of things to do, I think getting involved with Dave would be great. He can coach you through all the ins and outs, and if it's something new to you in the field, obviously having someone that's done it as many times as Dave has is definitely a good person to have on your side, and getting signed up with Dave and getting on board would definitely increase your business, and I think it'd be a great opportunity to expand your horizons and definitely increase your bottom line down the road. So
absolutely. Yeah. So why don't you give them in case they didn't sign up, give them the phone number for IAMS. I think you certainly call in, and
right.
And then I will get back in touch with them.
Yeah, if you have interest in getting more information on the programs went over today, my name is Matt. You can give me a call at 800-255-5055. I'll actually be going and calling everyone that was in attendance today. You'll be getting a call from me. You'll also be getting a recorded version of this webinar sent out to you this afternoon or tomorrow morning. And that way you can review it some more, and that way you can get all your questions answered, and we can help you move on forward to the next item of interest based on your future production. So definitely a great opportunity. Well, we appreciate you, Dave, spending time with us this morning.
You bet, Matt. Thank you very much for hosting it, and I appreciate the time. Time is money. Hope everybody has a real productive week.
Definitely, and thanks for everyone's attendance today. We'll be in touch here the next few days. Otherwise, everyone stay dry, and we'll talk to you soon.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye now.